Every now and again in my feed, I get these videos of agents teaching other agents the scripts that they use to overcome objections, whether on a listing appointment or at a buyer agency consultation. And one of my favorites, or at least one of the ones I find most comedic, is when the agent is supposedly meeting with a buyer and the buyer says, "Hey, why should I pay you 3% when the other person that I just met with only wants 2%? And the agent gets real smug and they're like, don't you want an expert negotiator on your side? Of course, the buyer's supposed to say, yeah, I do. And then the agent leans in and they're like, well, what kind of negotiator would I be if I were to reduce my fees? And it's supposed to be like this big aha moment, like they are, God's great gift to earth and they have just dropped the mic on this issue. And the fact that agents get excited about this, like, oh, that actually works, is crazy to me because from a consumer perspective, right? Like, just because you're not willing to negotiate down on something is not a justification of your value. And just think about this as like a home buyer, right? Like, you might find a home that is listed for $700,000, but all of the comps say that it is only worth $600,000. Now, it is not a feat of negotiation for the seller to say, oh, I know what I got and it's worth $700 and I'm not selling it for a penny less. It's like, okay, that's the seller's prerogative, but they're never going to sell their house if the market truly dictates that it's only worth $600. Well, the same should be true of a buyer's agent, right? Like, just because they're not willing to come down under 3% does not somehow mean that they are an expert negotiator. It might very well just mean that they overvalue the services that they provide. And as a consumer, if you're thinking of hiring an agent, if somebody tries to pull that crap on you, you should have no problem ending the conversation right there, being just like, no, you're telling me not anything about your skill in negotiation. You're telling me that you're unable or unwilling to have a reasonable conversation about a legitimate question. We're done here.